All right, so today you guys said to me, "Hey, Paul, how do I deal with a difficult client?" All right. The first thing come to my mind when I want to answer this question and to work with you on it in the next 60 minutes or so, we're going to spend some time doing some answering of this question. But first, we need to define it. Like, what does a difficult client mean to you? And then after we define it, then I'm going to give you a little secret today. I'm going to give you a gift. I'm going to pull some of the slides from our 90-day business accelerator. So you're going to see some of the things that we're about to do in order to facilitate this learning today from one of our copyright program, which is the 90-day business accelerator. So I'm gonna be giving you a little bone today. You're gonna see some stuff. Okay, we're gonna play with this a little bit. All right. So for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Paul R. Atkinson, and I am the author of these two books. The one on the top is called The Art and Science of the Real Estate Agent Day One Close the Deal. I could probably, let me see if I could zoom it in for you. Nope, I can't zoom it in on the screen, but hopefully you can see it. The one on the top, it's called The Art and Science of the Real Estate Agent Day One Close the Deal. The one on the bottom is called The Five Steps to the Sale, and that one is my latest book released last year, 2022. And it's about a selling system that, people could use to get more deals closed, 99% of your deals closed. It, right now is your opportunity. Get your pen, your not only just your pen, but your phone. Get your phone, a camera, and go on the screen and you'll see that growth. There's a growth call that you'll have. There's no obligation. There's nothing to sell you. There's nothing. There's a growth call. It's free. Congratulations for being a part of Agent Locator. You get 30 minutes one-on-one with a CPC. A CPC is a certified professional coach. It's someone that has been trained to coach executives, top leaders, entrepreneurs in a thought provoking environment. That means it's a coach that doesn't tell you what to do, but yet the coach elicits from you what the best course of action should be for your personal life and your business life, professional life. So, congratulations. On the right side of your screen, get that growth link and book your call now. All right, let's continue on. So, who am I? All right, well, I definitely know how to deal with a difficult client. I do. I have them not all the time. Just like the description of this webinar, this training today, it says, once in a while, us realtors, our salespeople have to deal with a difficult client. I really don't deal with difficult clients because I feel that you can pre-program the behavior of a person through persuasion, influence, and seduction. And I'm not, when I say seduction, and sometimes people say, oh, I can't, seduce people. Yes, you can. Seduction is a form of influence. So I don't really run into difficult clients. And if they're difficult enough, I will tell them to go fly a kite, but I do know how to handle them. The way to handle them is to basically deal with them as like an objection. So before we go into the whole training of this, I'm going to continue to tell you about myself, and then I want you to define a difficult client for me. So yes, I was in the military, and I do know how to deal with difficult people. I can remember when I was in the military, I had to be a leader, and I had people from all different ethnicity, backgrounds, and I had to command them. So I had to be able to say, hey, listen, you need to go and mop the floor. You need to go and fix that generator. You need to go and fix the lighting. You need to get this done. And of course, if they didn't do it, we would put them in jail. But at the same time, you can't be a dictator. You can't be a totalitarian, whatever they call that. You have to lead from influence. And as a business person, an entrepreneur, you must learn to lead the difficult client from influence and persuasion. And there's a way to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. All right. So All right, let's just kind of pull off the screen right there and let's go live as we are pull off of what you're seeing. Can you now, those who've come up to the stage, tell me, tell us, what is an example or how do you define a difficult client? What is that? Melanie, you first and then Elena. Melanie, what's a difficult client?
Someone that doesn't take my advice is a bit of an ask hole and maybe arrogant, thinks that they know more than I do, like just doesn't take my advice or doesn't even listen to me and overtalks me. Um, what else is a difficult client? Like someone that has such unreal expectations, even though I've told them that there's no matter what I do, I might not be able to make them happy.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. All right. Okay, so this is perfect. I hear what you're saying, and when I bring back up the slides, you're going to see exactly what we're talking about. All right, so difficult client, Melanie, is like a total, a-hole, don't even want to take your advice. Is not, I hear what you said there. You know what I heard? Is not even listening to you. Listening. Somebody not even listening to you. All right, we got you covered, and there's a way around this. There's a way around it, and I've got you covered. What about we have two more people? Asshole. Look at that. Asshole. Like that term. I like the asshole. All right. Elena, what is a difficult client? Because we've got Melanie. Melanie says person not listening to her, totally asshole, and it's like, I don't know, narcissistic behavior. I don't know. It's just stuck in their own head, right? We got that. Bring something, Ellen. Tell
Somebody
me.
who doesn't want to part with their money. And we are noticing a lot of that, especially when it comes to real estate. They don't want to let go of a commission. And um, and the second part is that they don't want to put, when we put an offer, if we are dealing with the buyer,
Yeah.
they don't want to put what it kind of a little bit goes back to what Melanie was saying, but they don't want to put the price that they should be getting, meaning they think they know better. So I'm going to give you an example. I have a client, I wrote so many offers and I just don't even pay attention about it anymore because I know we're not going to get it because they know the real estate better. And no matter how much we lead, no matter what we do, they don't want to part with their money. They always want to put lower, even though the market value is different. So, difficulty in parting with their money, that mindset of, I'm going to get a deal, quote unquote, and not willing to pay for what the actual house is worth according to the market value when we're dealing with buyers. And again, going back to the sellers, the commission issue. I'm not going to pay this. I'm not going to pay that. So those two aspects would be in our occupation, in my opinion, considered to be a difficult client.
All right. Got it. So not wanting to part with their money and basically they are just what I'm seeing as it relates to our 90-day business accelerator course. This is where we teach our students the success of having influence and persuasion inside of your real estate practice. And a term that we use, and Elena, you know it because you've heard it just now, it's psychological reciprocity. You give the client benefit for their belief, and they're morally obligated to give you benefit. But I'm going to show you something, and I wrote it down. I'm going to show you, Elena, and
Mhm.
everyone here, how you could use persuasion and influence, and what are the elements of persuasion and influence to get that person to part with their money. It's really easy. Trust me, you're gonna love it. I got you. I got you. Stick around. All right. What
So,
about the next person? Sa Sarash. Sarash. What is a difficult client for you?
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
my name is Sarosh. The difficult client that I face, most of the time client don't speak. Like they are ready to buy, they are coming on the showing. If I'm sending them the emails, they like it, they communicate with me. But when I'm trying to make them open their mouth, like telling me yes or no, yes, you like it. Can I put an offer? And then they said, okay, we will think about it. And then they never reply. So I feel like it if I'm calling them again and again, it's look like I'm more push them, and that's I don't want it. So that's the reason it is so frustrating that I either if they let me know that what is they are like looking. So even if they open their self, then it is more easier for me.
Yeah.
It's not happen all the time, but some clients are so close. Even you ask open-ended question, if you are showing them more variety of the properties, still they don't want to speak anything about their personal issues, personal things. They just hide it, or I don't know how I can tackle that client. It's
Well,
sometimes it's very frustrating.
I can sense your frustration. Oh my God. All right. Okay, Suraj. This is all right. Wow, we have more. Okay, we got Maria. Wait. So as I have to write these things down because we're going to address them. So let's just back it up. All right. Uh, Melanie, not listening. I think the remedy, the prescription for that would be step one of what I'm about to show you, which is like conversation. Getting them to listen. I got a solution for that. Elena, she is saying not wanting to part with their money. I'm My prescription is influence and persuasion, and I'm going to show that to you as well, and psychological reciprocity. And now Sharash comes up with don't speak, not opening up. Booms. Again, it falls under uh, what I think would be conversation, which is the first step of the sale. Something I'm going to show you in a little bit. Um, and that is where you have to work to get the connection going with your clients and getting them to like you, listen to you, and then you can. What it's a connection thing, Suraj. I'm thinking of a connection thing. All right, so one more. I don't think I could do 10 because you guys are really working me here. That's it, Benisa. I could just do these four because it's going to be tough
Yeah,
one.
Maria hasn't spoken yet, so do you want to take her now or
Maria, yeah, I'll take Maria. Right? You said Maria?
yes?
Yeah, Maria. Yes, I'll do yours. What is it, please?
You have to unmute your mic, Maria.
Please unmute your mic, Maria. Can you press the button to have her unmute her mic? It's good. Our attendance is increasing, guys. We're getting a lot more people sign on. Okay, Maria, we are here. You just have to unmute your mic, my dear. Can you speak? Is she in the chat? What would be her difficult definition of a difficult client? Maria, what is your definition of a difficult client?
While
see.
we get Maria, we have Cecilia in the chat saying ghosting.
Yeah. All right. So are we going to go with that? Cecilia, can you come up to the stage and speak? Because we're going to need your participation. But I see. Oh, so
Yeah.
we're choosing ghosting. Okay. So we're going with Cecilia. Thank you. And I think Cecilia was on our last.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yes, I was. Hi
Uh,
again.
All right. When you say ghosting,
I mean, those people who take hours or sometimes days to answer a simple text.
all right. Okay. Basically not responding, right? Not
Yeah,
responding.
how do you get through to them in a kind, respectful manner and say, listen, I'm working for you. I am trying to work for you. Can you please not work against yourself?
Oh, I got it. I got it. Yeah. Well,
I-
okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just that. I just need a nice way of saying that.
All right, step two. My prescription for that. Basically, let's just make sure we understand, guys. Okay. What Cecilia is saying is that hey, there's clients that are ghosting me. I text them, I email them, I even call them, and they don't respond at all. Not a day, 2 days, a week. They're not responding. I see that. I know that. I coach in that day in, day out. And your prescription, write it down, is step two, curiosity. I'm gonna show it to you. All right, cool. I got it. I'm ready. Let's go. And I've got my notes. We're gonna take it from the top. All right,
I'm-
here we go.
Can I just interrupt you there for a minute?
Sure.
I'm actually talking about clients that, so I'm in real estate, right? So clients that have an offer put in,
Yeah.
clients that know that we are on a very tight timeline,
Yeah.
and they are waiting until literally the last moment to answer before, the offer expires.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
now everybody's scrambling to get
Yeah.
the
That's
deal.
okay. That's okay. I got a secret for you. The secret is step 2, the 5 steps to the sale. Step 2, curiosity. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to show you now. The most important thing is that we've identified your prescription.
Okay.
I'm going to write it for you. I'm the doctor. Dr. Paul is going to write your prescription. You're about to see it. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. In the chat, also remember your growth call. So get that link. I don't know, Diana. Please make sure the link follows exactly what we have on the screen, and that's my growth calendar. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Let's go with Melanie first. Back to the slides. All right. Selling is required. You got to know how to sell. All right. Every single one of you right now that brought this difficult client description all falls under selling. Selling. That means you know that there is a systematic approach to influencing, persuading, and seducing a client to do what you want them to do. I'm talking about call you back, text you back. I'm talking about making the offer. I'm talking about speaking to you upfront and being excited about it. I'm talking about every single thing that you're talking about. Selling is required. But the big thing is that it's not given to you. There's no one really out there, your broker, nobody really giving you a systematic approach of really breaking it down day by day and actually practicing like a kung fu master. You basically got your real estate license and that was it, and you're in the jungle and you're here to fight all these people and you have a cutlass or machete or a knife. It's totally dull. Dull. So when you chop somebody with it or to eat, when you chop that animal to eat it, guess what? You're just striking it with a blow and it runs away. You're not really capturing it. All right. So we got to sharpen the skill set. It's a system that is fun. Selling, when you have a right selling system, it's fun and it's easy to learn. And then you must practice it. All right. So what the heck am I talking about? All right. Well, I am the author of the book, The 5 Steps to the Sale, and I'm going to show you something right now. This is all freebie. Okay. These are things that we do for Agent Locator folks. All right. The first person, Melanie, says that they're not listening to her. This guy is like an axe old and not connected enough. We're going to prescribe to you, Melanie. Please get a pen and paper. Step 1. There's 5 steps to the sale, everyone. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. You could see them on the screen. Step 1 is conversation. You put your prospects at ease and you get them to like you and to listen to you. All right, what am I saying, Melanie? This is a 5-step process. So when you get this client that's an asshole and you are in the development stage of the relationship with the client, the first thing come to your mind is I must establish step 1 before I could go to step 2 or any other step. And if I fail to establish step 1, I will not continue the business relationship. Point blank. Melanie, that's exactly what I'm saying to you. After all, can you think if there are 17 flights of stairs, Melanie, and this is where you unmute your mic and you interact with me, are you able to go, if there's 17 flights of stairs, can you stand from step 1, Melanie, and jump all the way to step 17? Is that
No.
physical? Okay. All right.
No.
So that's okay. So if that's the truth about physics, what about a system, a selling system that says the law, the rule says, make a connection, get them to like you, to listen to you, to trust you, to believe in you. And then you get their want, need, and DBM. But what the hell is all of that? What is that? What is this want, need, DBM? First of all, how do you get somebody to like you, listen to you, trust you, believe in you? Well, there is 3 techniques that Elena knows. She discovered it from the last session. Elena, what are the 3 techniques you use in step 1 to get a client to like you, listen to you, trust you, and believe you? What are the 3 techniques? Tell Melanie. What are they? Tell him. Come on, please, tell her. Please unmute Elena and tell Melanie what are the 3 techniques to get somebody to like you, listen to you, trust you, and believe in you. Would you please speak up? Where is she? Where's Elena?
I got my pen and paper ready.
No, Elena, tell me. Okay, Melanie, I'm gonna tell you because I don't know where she went to. Melanie, you can use the association technique, the mirroring technique, and psychological reciprocity. It is something that we teach in our course. Ah, Elena just came back. But you're going to use association technique, mirroring technique, psychological reciprocity. These are techniques that are taught inside of our 90-day business accelerator. When you do the growth call, we can get in depth. I cannot go in depth right now, but it is something that you do. It's a systematic that will cause the people to listen to you like there is no tomorrow. You're associating with them, they're liking you, they're trusting you, you're getting everything from them. That's the important part. Now, at the same time, I hope that I've answered that for you. It's brief, but it's solved. It's a prescription for you. The prescription is, Melanie, how can you actually develop yourself? And this is not to put you down. This is to put you up. Congratulations, we're here to help you. How do you get yourself sharpened and so strong that you're able to get a client to like you, to listen to you, to trust you, to believe in you? And then after you see that and you confirm it with them, then you turn around and you say, what do you want? What do you need? And what's your DBM? The DBM is their buying motive. It's like a dominant buying motive. It's a feeling. When you follow this in step 1, what happens? All right. Let's just say thank you for participating, Melanie, on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you wrote that down. And step 1 also pertained to Sarash. Sarash, did you hear what I just said about Melanie? Please come up here, Sarash. Come on up. Unmute your mic. Where's Sarash? Benisa, are they still here? Because I'm going to need them. I need Elena is here. I need Sarash back, and I need Cecilia back because they have to be a part of the lesson.
Yep.
So Sarash.
Got Sarush back and Cecilia is back as well.
Okay, Sarush, are you back?
Yes, I am.
Okay, remember, this pertains to you as well. You and Melanie are in the same boat. Step 1 is conversation. What did I say about conversation? You need to do what? You get the client to like you, to listen to you, to trust you, and to believe in you. You're asking open-ended questions. That's wonderful. Dig a little bit deeper, right? You want to get connected with the client. When you say you're going to get connected with a client, that means you're using some kind of technique. And there's 3 of them. Elena, what are the 3 techniques? Where's Elena? Where did she go? People are dropping. Oh, here she comes again. Elena, I want Elena to show. You use 3 things, Sarash,
Okay.
to get connected with them. Association technique, mirroring technique, and psychological reciprocity. These techniques will get you to get these people to listen to you. They're going to be so, man, you have no idea when you use these systems, how these people react to you. You're like a phenomenal, influential realtor and persuasive realtor. So my prescription for you is just like with Melanie, practice and learn the conversation step of the 5 steps of the sale. That is what you should focus on. All right.
Okay.
Now, let's go to step 2, which pertains to Cecilia. Cecilia, she said that people were ghosting her and they're not responding. Remember that, Cecilia?
Yeah.
You even went on to define it. You even went on to define it for me a little bit more. But now, write this down. and watch the screen. So after you get the people to like you, listen to you, trust you, and believe in you, you start to get them into the second phase. Remember, this is a systematic approach. It's a selling system, that systematic approach. It's a wheel going around and around, like on the bus. The wheel go around and around, around and around. This is all the way around. You got to do all of this so you could get to the big dog. And what's the big dog? Close, right? First thing, conversation. Got to achieve it. If you don't achieve it, do not give a presentation. Don't deal with the asshole. Don't. Because they're not your type of client. Straight up. If you can't establish your 5 steps. All right. The curiosity, Cecilia. After you get them to like you, listen to you, trust you, and believe in you, and you get their want, need, and DBM, then you're going to turn around and you're going to make them curious. You're going to make them curious. Is a perfect example. Let's say I'm going to make a phone call to a brand new client. It's going to go something like this. Hi, Cecilia, how are you today? And answer, role play with me. Say, I'm good.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Cecilia, thank you so much. My name is Paul Atkinson. I am with PR and Company Realtors, and I work with Agent Locator, and you are on my website. Thank you so much. I saw that you pressed the button that you're interested in 555 Sycamore Street. I have all the details on that and plus a little bit more to tell you about it. Is this a good time to talk, or should I call back at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m.?
No, this is great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, stop right there. Stop right there. What did I just do? Number 1, I identified myself. Number 2, I made them feel safe. Number 3, I went through and I asked their permission if it's a good time to talk. And number 4, I made them very, very curious to know why I'm the reason for my call. I'm here to give them something. They wanted information on the property, and I made them curious to say, listen, wait until you see my presentation. You see, here's the situation. Why are people ghosting people? People are ghosting people because, number 1, they don't feel like they have a connection. You gotta get a connection. That's one thing. When the people like you and trust you and believe in you, they always want to hear from you. That's 1. And 2, you always make them curious to hear your proposal. And you do that by sliding in some words like, hey, you can even text this. Good morning. Hi, my dear. Just want to let you know the house that we want to make the offer on, I've got some good news on it. I got some good news on it. Call me when you're free. Now, I'm not lying to you. I'm not being unethical. I got some good news. The good news is I can get the deal done. It doesn't matter, but you got to be slicky, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to throw the curiosity in it. This is phenomenal. There you go. Write that down. All right, we got that done. Last one, Elena. And this is where we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to show you some stuff that you're not supposed to see, but because you're with Agent Locator, who wants me to throw them the secret sauce? Put your hands up. You want to see? If you want the secret sauce, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it. Vanessa, I just want you to know how I feel about you guys at Agent Locator. Please tell Mr. Addo, I love you guys. Happy holidays to you. I'm going to share my my curriculum with you guys, just a few pages, because we have to help Elena. Okay?
Birthday gift, right?
I know this is being recorded, but please be advised and read the screen, everyone. You are not allowed to use this material that we're about to show you from the 90-Day Business Accelerator without the written consent of the publisher. And I am the author of the book, The 5 Steps to the Sale, but I have a publisher. And they are Archway Publishing, a Simon & Schuster, big company. You don't go out there trying to use the content because it is not good for you to do that. All right? So let me show you something. Elena, you ready? Where is Elena?
I think we lost her.
Again? Oh no. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. So this right here is over 80 slides. And what's going to happen is that I can help Elena. As you can see, it's copyrighted stuff. This is the course that we teach. It's a 12-week course. But everything that y'all are bringing up right here is inside this course. the 90-day business accelerator. Should you choose to learn this, you'd be in good shape. Trust me. Now you're just here, you're getting piece of this, piece of that, piece. You don't make a whole. You just have a piece. Elena says that not wanting to part with their money. She has buyer, they're not wanting to part with their money. I feel that the part of this that would be good would be I'm going to go with the psychological reciprocity, right? So I'm going to go with psychological reciprocity. And what psychological reciprocity means is that you're giving the client their benefit for their beliefs, and they're morally obligated to give you benefit for your belief as well. Ah, she's back. Psychological
I'm so
reciprocity.
sorry. I'm so sorry
All right.
because I had a call and I had to take it from a client.
That's
So
all
that's
right.
why
That's
I'm
all
so
right.
sorry.
So here's what we want you to know is that we're going to show you something that's called in conversation, right? Persuasion and influence, because let's just kind of catch her back up, right? We're going to catch her back up. And this is copyright material, Elena. You must be advised you cannot use this material. It is from the 90-day business accelerator. You could see it's page 38. I just wanted to give you guys a gift today. All right, but you cannot use this material for any.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's teach. Let's teach. Elena says, "Hey, the client is not wanting to part with their money, and my prescription was a psychological reciprocity, which is basically, giving them credit for their approval. That means that you don't get angry at them, and you basically just act like you partner with them. Hey, no problem. I could understand how you feel. Others have felt that way." And then you start to use the next element that we teach in the 90-day business accelerator. That is persuasion and influence. In order for you to learn persuasion and influence, the first thing you must do is define them. And Elena, on the left side, what is the definition of persuasion? Can you read that? It's the
Sure.
act. Okay,
The
let's.
action of persuading someone to do or believe something.
Right. So what we're
Influencing.
doing, believe something. Believe. You get
Mhm.
it? You
Yeah.
got it in your brain. You got to get them to believe something. And what about influence? What's the definition of influence?
The capacity to have an effect on the behavior of someone. So
If
effect of
yes,
the
my dear,
behavior.
you're a great student. Effect.
Thank you.
All right. So now, when you do that in your brain, we teach you that there is some secret sauce, and there it is, right here. Let me show you. This is the secret sauce. Boom. Persuasion and influence is this. You must have these points set in your heart, mind, soul, and body. When you have those in your system, right? Then you turn around and you say to yourself, I'm responsible for sending and receiving in all my communications. You're responsible for your attitude, how you give feedback, and how that client says to you they don't want to part with that money. Don't get angry. You got to just let them know you psychological reciprocity. I could understand how you feel. Others have felt that way, and that's no problem. That brings up a question. The question is, that's a verbal bridge. I said it fast, but I've been saying it for 30 years. All right. Here's the most important thing. Look at the next two things about persuasion and influence. Two important things: educate and inspire. Look, I am getting back what I want because you're always focused and listening. So when you are talking to your client and you want them to part with their money, you've got to make sure that you know you're sending and receiving properly and you're focused and you're listening. And then, what did I say? You're going to educate them and you're going to inspire them. So, for example, let me just explain this to you and break it down. Let's say, for example, right? You're dealing with this client and the buyer says, "Oh, no, I don't want to make this offer, whatever it is. I don't want to make this offer because, it's just too much, that I don't want to part with my money." Well, you've got to calm down and you've got to say to them, "Oh, I could understand," even with a smiling face, and you're angry. I do it all the time. I'm like, "What the hell? This is so stupid." But you just say, "Oh, I could understand how you feel. Others have felt that way." And that brings up a question. The question is, what is actually the benefit of you making an offer that is above the asking price, what's the benefit of it? Is that the question? You're saying that you don't want to make the offer. They're asking 1 million, and in order for you to get it, you should go over 1 million, but you're feeling that you should stick to 995,000. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Let me show you how and why you need to part with the money. Remember that when we were building a connection, remember how you like me and I like you, and I trust you and I believe in you? You remember that? And
Mhm.
do you remember that you told me in that step one in our conversation part, you said that you wanted the house that was close to this area because you had to get the kids in school, or you said that it had to be close here because you needed it to be. Remember, want, need. It needed to be close to the mother-in-law because the mother-in-law going to help with the baby. Is that true?
Mhm.
So basically, what I'm saying, the psychology of all of these 5 steps of the sale thing and the 90-day business accelerator is for you to be able to use these techniques to twist and make your life easy. So when you say that they are not wanting to part with their money, my ticket to you was the persuasion and influence, and the persuasion and influence is for you to be able to educate and inspire them. And that's what I just did. I just flipped it back around and say, hey, look at it this way. You said that you wanted these things. And from what I'm seeing, guys, as a matter of fact, remember when we were looking at the house? This is even more. Remember when we were looking at the house buyers? You see all those business cards that was on the dining table? I saw like about 3 or 4. Did you guys see the business cards? And the wife says, yes, I saw the business card. Well, that means that there's more than one buyer. That's why I'm telling you, I want to educate you and I want to inspire you to make the right offer. I'm educating you because I'm telling you, you remember you want to be in this neighborhood right here, and it has to happen for you. And this is an open plan. It says what you wanted. It has a pool, has the fences all updated. That's what you say you wanted. You said you were going to feel good when you get a house like this, and this is it. But as we realize, in order for us to get this, we need to go over. I'm recommended that you go over $10,000. That's my recommendation. How do you feel about that? That is what I see for you, Elena. And all of you were able to receive a total feedback on what you wanted to see today, how to deal with a difficult client. This was a little bit of training, that was things that we do in the 90-day course that we do, but I hope it was beneficial to you. Now, each and every one of you that are here on the stage get a chance to give feedback and to honestly answer the question. And the question is, and Elena, you will go first, and then Sarash, you'll go next. Melanie, you'll go then Cecile, you'll go. We are now asking you as a group in our training today, the question that you came up here with, how to deal with a difficult client. Do you feel that it was answered or not answered? What do you feel? Go right ahead. Elena, you go first, then Sarash, then Melanie, then Cecile.
I partially missed it because I was on a conversation with a client, so I'll have to review it, the recording. And the one that you answered, it was similar to what I've done with a client. So, but they were still not budging. So I did what you said. I did that. Can I tell you briefly about the scenario, or we don't have time for that?
No, we have time. We have 15 minutes. So, and because you were having some problems technically, we can definitely help you now. You don't have to wait for the recording. Go ahead, tell us, and let
Okay,
me
so
show you.
here's a
Go ahead.
situation. Here's a situation I've been dealing, and it's actually an agent locator client that I have. I've been dealing with them for 1 year.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the husband knows everything, and he's an economist apparently, and he knows what's happening with the prices. So they have a need. Their need, and I've been pressing on that need all the time. They have 4 kids and they have a house which is only 3 bedrooms. The kids need their privacy, so we are looking in an area that they like, only in the area that they like, for a house. A house came on the market which has all the characteristics that they loved. We went to see it 2 times. The offer on the house was 2,098,000. I spoke with the agent. They didn't want to budge. They didn't want to do anything. He told me he's not going to go over 1.9. The reason why, my buyer, the reason why is it needed renovations. Now, all those houses, they need renovation, that area. And that's what happens. People buy them right now because it's cheaper. Usually on the regular market, those houses, they go anywhere between 2.3 to 2.6. Yes, this house needed renovations like they all do.
Right.
And, at the end of the day, he didn't want to spend more than 1.9. The reason why is because he calculated 200,000 in renos that they need to do. The house got sold for 2,050,000,
Yeah.
which I told them to put.
Yeah.
And they were disappointed that they didn't get it.
Okay.
I
right.
pointed out the need to move. I pointed that it has the high ceiling that the wife loves. I pointed all of that. He wasn't willing to be able to put that.
And all right. Okay. So here's what you missed. Right here. You see in the screen?
Mhm.
All right. I understand you pointed out, all right? But persuasion and influence, one of the key things is to educate and inspire. So, what is the loss of opportunity there for him? He was not aware of it.
He
The wife,
he was still not willing to go above that because according to his calculations, that's how he explained to me. I had conversation with him, I had conversation with her to be able to tell him what is it worth to you. You're going to be in your neighborhood. You have the high ceilings
this
that you're
is
looking for.
contradictory. Elena, let me
Mm,
tell you something. I've been there. You know what it is?
mm.
It's one secret. It's one secret. And I'm going to give it to you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. All
Merry
right?
Christmas.
I have been in that situation 10 million times. And here's the role play on this.
Mhm.
Hey, Mr. Difficult Buyer, Mr. Economist, my dear friend, you know how I feel about you. Because remember, this is a systematic approach. I could command these people and influence and persuade them because of the 5 steps of the sale. I have built the rapport with them. They believe in me, trust me in everything. I made
Mhm.
them curious. I made the presentation. This is a systematic approach. Now, here is the secret sauce on this particular situation. Hey, listen, Mr. Communist Ray, John, whatever his name is, I'm good. I believe in what you're saying, my friend. I totally agree with you. We should offer what you're saying. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about, I'm just a little bit concerned about it. What if we lose the deal just because we didn't put the 150,000, the $100,000? If we lose it for $100,000, that's the difference between you and him right now, Mr. Seller, Mr. Buyer. Let me explain it to you. I feel that at 2,050,000, I could get the deal done. I promise you. I feel that way. I have a feeling. But right now, what you're saying to me is that you only want to do this amount. If we stick to where you are and we don't go to what I'm feeling, are you going to be okay that at the end of the day, we walk away from this and you know that you could go to sleep saying, hey, you know what? It's my choice. I feel good about my decision. If I don't get it, that's fine. I move to the next one. How do you feel about that? Let me tell you something, Lena.
Mhm.
Every single time I paint the picture, which is basically called inspiring,
Mhm.
of taking them from where their mentality is now to the loss of opportunity, they typically will say to me, Paul, all right, you know what? They even sometimes say, all right, let me think about it. And they'll come back and they'll change it. That's my only tip for you. My very only tip
I
is
tried that, not in those wording. I'm going to try next time with your wording, with others ones as well. But with him, I said that to him. Why would we lose it over that amount?
no.
And his answer was to me that I don't want to overpay because they overpaid for their property, which has
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
I just said, okay, but it's what we need. Forget about how much they paid. You love the house. It has all the, it clicks on all the boxes. And are you going to be okay if we lose it? And he's like, yes, because there's going to be other properties.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, you see that wonderful when he says okay?
Mhm.
When he says okay, he's going to be okay if he lose it, then he should have never come back to you with saying he's disappointed. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Because you got to, it's like a child when you got this client. You're going to have to give him a pow pow. So this is an opportunity for them to, they miss out on this one. Do you think you're going to, that's an opportunity for you to take them and say, hey, listen, we're not going to miss out on the next one. So everything happened for a reason. As long as you could validate yourself and be connected with them and you show them what's
Mhm.
going on, you're doing amazing, Elena. And you say, hey, listen, if you lose this, are you going to be okay with it? And say, yes, I am. So when you
Mhm.
break the bad news to them, you say something like this. Hey, listen, hey guys, hey, listen, we got this thing finished. Can you talk? I heard back from the seller side. Can you talk? Yeah. Listen, guys, congratulations, man. We put in a very good offer. Congratulations, we did a good job. We made the offer that you wanted to see. But unfortunately, we didn't get it. But you know what? It's okay. I got another list of properties here. I could show them to you tomorrow or the next day. What's best for you?
We
Now,
do that. We do that. It's not a problem. We had another one which was amazing. We could have gotten it at an amazing price. They were comparing this one to the other one that sold. The other one that sold was called Polo.
yeah.
So, but it's not as beautiful as Polo. It's not as big as Polo. So now they're comparing everything to that Polo schmolo. You understand? This is what we call a difficult client, Paul.
Yes, yes, it is. And you know what? These difficult clients can be handled. There's a few elements that I'm seeing opportunities with that I cannot teach you on this small session. I'm so sorry. I can't. Alina, you're amazing, but
Thank
there's
you.
opportunities here. What you're experiencing, I promise you, I've seen it for the past 30 years. I've dealt with it, and it's not hard to deal with. It's not. And I understand that. So now we have to give other people, and please
Yeah.
make sure you set your growth call. I want to see you. Again, if you want to learn, you click on the button, set the growth call. If you don't, you continue doing what you're doing. We're here for you. Sarash, tell me, what did you take away from the question you had as a difficult client? Your definition. What's your takeaway? Thanks, Selena.
Hi. You were great because I take the picture of the whole circle that you put down over there, and I put it on my notes as well.
Good.
Because ask them, suggest them. Definitely, I am in the first of the conversation thing, and then the second is the curiosity for sure.
Yeah.
So I totally uh, understand this thing. The
Good.
only issue that I am thinking about it
Yeah.
when I am giving my 100% of mine to the client,
Yeah.
why they are hesitate. So I'm in the business for a longer time, like since 2015,
Nice.
and doing a good in real estate.
Yeah.
But sometimes you stuck with some people, they never want to open their self for like my background is 10 years. I work for the bank, so I'm underwriter there. So my background is like a mortgage. So when I talked to them and I said, okay, what is your financial thing, how much you can afford, how much, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, not my time, their time, showing them $2 million property. Then I realize, oh, they cannot afford more than $700,000 house. So
Okay.
even they don't open to tell me about it, anything, how much they are making, how much they said, oh, we have our own mortgage guy, he's helping us out. Don't worry about it. You show us the property. When I'm trying to show 500, they say, no, I need more. When I'm showing them more, they said, no, put them the offer for like $900,000 home. They want me to put the offer for 700,000. It is so confusing sometimes that I I don't want to use that word again, but
No,
frustration.
no, no, no. I got
Yeah.
it. It's okay. It's okay. Click on the link, get your growth call. I could only recommend this for you, Sarash.
Mhm.
I would recommend that you strengthen your ability to connect with a client and get them to like you, listen to you, trust you in the first 30 seconds of a conversation, in the first 60 seconds. That means 1 minute. And that's very, very tough to do. But when you continually practice to get connected with a client I understand that there's a fact finding that needs to happen, that you need to qualify them, pre-qualify them. It's great, but it cannot come before making a connection, because if someone is not liking you, listening to you, trust you, and believe in you, they're not going to want to disclose anything to you. That's why you don't put the horse before the cart. And that's very important. Please write this down. My suggestion for you is build the muscle on making a connection with a client. What that means is that you are getting someone to like you, listen to you, trust you, and believe in you. And then after that, you get a fact find. You find out what it is. Make a connection. That's what I'm saying. I totally see that as a prescription. And I'm sorry we can't go deeper, but that is all we can afford to give because the time is running out. Is that okay? Yes?
Yeah, that's okay. That's it.
Thank you. Please
Thank you.
set up your growth call. My apology. My pleasure. My pleasure. Cecilia, go ahead. I had also gave you step 2. What is your takeaway? People are ghosting you. What did you learn? Is there anything that you learned or not? Cecilia, please go right ahead. We need you to speak. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was speaking. You were just speaking on mute. I did. Thank you so much for answering that. That was actually very different from what I was doing, right? I was just saying, hey, like anything but that. But I do believe that that's a great approach to it, and it lets them wonder. It's gonna leave them wondering, okay, what does she have to say? So I
Yeah,
have to call her.
yeah.
So thank you for that.
My
I love
pleasure.
my psychological tricks, and
Yeah,
not tricks in a bad way, but tricks and tips that would help us deal with other people in a good way.
yeah. You know, guys, I love you. I mean, I really do. And I don't mind coming out here. It's because of my love for Agent Locator, Mr. Addo, Benisa, why we're here. This is Peace in Pieces. I want to tell you this and I want to wish you a happy holiday season. But what you're getting from us is a peace, peace, peace. Piece here, piece there. It's like, you see this person walk down the street and they have on a great outfit, but it's like a piece of a hand over here, a piece over there. You could look a way much better in your relationship, in your business. You could look totally astonishing if you were to put the whole system in place. You've got to get this whole thing put together somehow. You must know that there is a conversation step of the sale. There's a connection part. You got to know that there's a curiosity part. There's a conviction part. There's a handling objections part. And there's a closing part. And you've got to do that. That's what I'm saying to you. So now Melanie was not able to get our feedback. But Benisa, we are right at the top of the hour. And how would you like to close us out? I thank you all for being here. Please remember, we've given you a growth call opportunity. I don't sell anything here. We just basically talk to you. If you want something from us, we'll be delighted. So please remember, click on the link in the gloat. It's there in the growth call. Get your growth call. Miss Benisa, happy holidays again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday to you, Paul. Happy birthday to me. I didn't get a chance to say it, but I just celebrated my birthday as well. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, I see remarks there. You're amazing, Paul. Thank you. Hey, Elena, I want to see you in the class, dude. Come on, girl. Don't play around. You're half stepping. All these deals you're like struggling with, it could be a lot easier. Merry Christmas to everybody. And please, I see you soon. And then what did you say, Miss Benisa? How do you want us to close out? Do I speak again soon? When?
we don't have a date set yet, nor do we have a topic, but Mario here in the chat had a very interesting one. When we were talking about ghosting, he mentioned leads that are that keep basically looking at properties but are not ready to have a chat. And I do feel that that is a common occurrence, these days with online leads especially. So maybe that is something that we can consider for one of our next topics.
Yeah, and let me see if I could help Mario real quick. What did he say? Tell me what he say. Or how can I address it? Where's Mario? Where's his comment? How did he say it? I'll
I
help.
think we just lost him. He was here like a second ago.
Oh, but he was basically saying that the online leads are ghosting him, right? Guys,
Yes,
for those
so
of you that,
just
okay,
keep looking at properties but not ready to chat. He isn't able to, basically have a conversation with them, the initial one.
that's all right. Listen, guys, you must know this. Two things with online leads. And I've been doing this for many years. I don't have time to show you my database right now, but I have over 20,000 people in my database. Benisa knows that. She knows it. 20,000 people in my database. Here's the thing, two things. One, online leads, they take anywhere from 18 months to 24 months to cultivate. It's like a farmer. Well, you're going to get this plot of land. You're going to drop the seeds in it. Then you got to water it. You got to put a scarecrow so the birds don't eat your seed. You got to water it, water it, water it, water it. So when you check and you reach out, when you see somebody on your website and they look at a property, there's a few ways to touch them. You just go ahead and say, hey, how you doing? Happy holiday season. I hope everything is good. Did you see anything you like? If they don't answer, don't get insulted. It's okay. You're just touching them. It's like an ad when they're driving down the highway. You're just being that ad that's just there. They're just seeing it. They know you're there. Don't try to push them. They're going to come to fruition in time. That's number one. Number two, you always want to use words like I just taught you, Sirash, of how to make somebody curious. You can throw in words like, hey, I saw that you took a look at, or hey, how you doing? Happy holidays to you. 555 Sycamore Street is amazing. It has great square footage. I have a little bit more details on it. Can you talk? Woo, I love it. Listen to me. Y'all are playing around, okay? Y'all need to get this thing together and come and learn. But Benisa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I love you. But listen, stop walking around with a piece of shirt here and a piece of shirt there. You got to get with the program. If I could teach it all to you, I would be so delighted because you would be so stronger and this whole world would be a better place. Okay? What do you say,
Awesome.
Benisa? Thank you.
I just want to say thank you and happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you'll get some rest and I'll see you soon.
See you guys. Thank you all. Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone. See you all in classes. Bye.
Bye.